Okay, so the next process is removing burr. Burrs are soft, spongy fibers in wool similar to those often appears in a sweater you wear, and these are removed from manually. Okay. Next one is dyeing. The natural hair of sheep is white, obviously brown or black. So these are the brown, black, and white are the natural color, but we convert into different color by dyeing it. Okay, making yarn. Next, the wool is strained, become straight, combed and spun into yarn. After spinning, the wool is either woven or knitted. Longer fibers are knitted into wool for sweater, and the shorter fibers are woolen into woolen cloths. The quality of wool varies from one breed of sheep to another, and the quality is decided on the basis of thickness, length, shine, strength, and the color of fibers. You have table 4.1 in which the name of breeds are given: Lohi, Nali, Bakrawal, Maravari, and Patnavadi. These are the name of breed in which the quality of wools are given: good quality of wool, carpet wool, woolen shawl, horse shawl, and two hosiery. So these are the things necessary to know about wools. Okay, the process are giving how this figure show the shearing is occur, spotting, rolling into yarns, and then after wool fiber become obtained. Okay, so this is all about wool. One thing that we have to notice, I repeat, the quality of wool varies from one breed to another breed. The qualities is decided on the basis of thickness, length, shine, strength, and the color of fibers. Okay. Now let us proceed on another topic, which is silk. Okay, let us proceed to silk, which is animal source also. Silk. Silk yarn is made from the thread-like filaments that a silkworm spins around itself to form its cocoons. It is prized fiber because it is natural lustrous appearance. Silk does not conduct heat and it is therefore a good insulator, keeping a person warm in winter and cool in summer. So it is very expensive, that's why having good property. So its property is it warm in winter and cool in summer. So it is all rounder and it is wearing all over the season, whole year. Okay, so because it does not conduct heat. Okay, and how it form, I repeat, silk yarn is made from the thread like filament that a silkworm is a organism that spin around itself to form cocoons. Okay, by cocoons we obtain silk. The whole process are given in Silk Muth life cycle figure 4.4. Okay, after reading whole paragraph of this life cycle of Silk Muth, you need to draw this cycle also. Okay, in your notebook. Let us proceed to the topic which is life cycle of the silk moth. The female silk moth lays eggs. When the eggs hatch, a teeny caterpillar crawls out, and this is the silkworm or larva. Okay. So first of all, we get larva. How we get larva? Let us see. Here, this female silk moth gives egg, and this egg convert into caterpillar. Okay, convert into caterpillar cross out, and thus we get silkworm, which is also known as larva. Okay, okay. Now the silkworm feeds on leaf and grow. When it is ready to enter the next stage of life cycle, it first weaves a net to hold itself. Then secretes a fiber made of protein which is hardness on exposure to air, and this is the silk fiber. Okay. After larva, it convert into the caterpillar spin cocoons of a silk thread around itself. They are just rolling, just spinning around it and convert into pupa. Okay, convert into pupa. At a stage, the larva is called a pupa. The pupa grows and change inside the cocoons, and a few weeks later, cocoons open and an adult moth become out. Okay, and we get adult moth. Okay, so the process is started from adult moth of female moth of silkworm, which gives egg. This egg convert into caterpillar cross, and then after it convert into larva. This larva is just spinning around it and convert into pupa, and this pupa is convert into adult cocoons. On that, then we get silk thread. Okay. The silk yarn is obtained from the cocoons of the silkworm. Okay. So this is the whole life cycle of silk moth. Okay. An important definition comes, which is sericulture. Let us see what is sericulture. The breeding and management of silkworm for the production of silk is known as sericulture. So it is all about the breeding and management. Of silkworm. Okay, for the production of another silk. Okay, is known as sericulture. Okay, sericulture is a phenomenon. Sericulture is a process in which breeding and management of silkworm happen for the production of new silk. Okay, so this is all about sericulture. In next lecture, we discuss more about silk. Okay.